Hey, what's up, Daniel? This is a demo for both of your SP Sabers high grounds. Got these done this afternoon. Thank you for your patience. I've had these for a little bit. I was waiting on some blade side PCBs. I order mine in batches. They were shipped early last week. They got lost in transit, and then they just got here today. So I went ahead and I wrapped these up. All right, both installed the Proffies that you provided. You also did your own config, so you have your own sound fonts and everything. I just did the wiring and the chassis and everything for you. They both have CC Sabers in here for your PCB. 2-button setup, so front switch here, that's your activation, and back, that's your auxiliary. They're both set up identically, so we'll fire one up. I'll show you that it works, and then we'll just jump right into the other one. I won't explain it as much because it's identical. All right, but to get to your chassis, what you want to do is just open up the pommel. I did put the plastic washers on each of the butt caps, so you'll see that small gap there for sound venting, so they sound really good. I did notice you don't have your speakers up super loud, so like I said, I didn't change anything. All right, but you'll see your chassis here. You'll want to come over and grab this greebly and untwist, or just unscrew it a bit so you can pull your chassis out. One thing I had to do is the speakers that you provided me were just over 28 millimeters in diameter when it came to the side pieces. So I made these chassis specifically to match your parts. I notched them out. Normally I'd have this fully enclosed, but that's no biggie. They fit in there fine like that, and you've got them in there. Your Proffie boards here, easy access to your SD card and your micro USB. And then I've been meaning to make this change to my chassis for a while anyway. So where I cut this notch in between the two switches so the plungers will actuate easier. All right, and then removable battery setup and the blade side PCBs that I've been waiting on. So we'll go ahead and we'll throw a battery in this first guy.
So uncivilized.
Just like that. Now there's nothing to clock your chassis. You're just going to have to line up your switches with your control box when you're putting it in. Make sure that greebly there is unscrewed all the way. All right, so it slides right in there. You'll feel it bounce up and down on the pins. You can give the activation a press just for a sanity check. Everything's lined up there. So when I get it lined up, I press on the chassis so it engages the pins on the inside. I just press down on it from here with my finger, just like that. Screw it down, lock everything in place. Now it's good to go. I can come over here and I can put my pommel right on. All right. Once you do that a few times, it won't take you long at all. It took me that long just because I was trying to explain it. All right. I will come over here, hit activation, which is the front. So your lights are lighting up like they should. You got good smooth swing on auxiliary back here. Did give you twist off. To put a blade in, you'll just want to grab this emitter like this. You're only going to unscrew this top ring, okay? You don't want to unscrew the whole emitter. I hand cranked it as tight as I could so it wouldn't come loose on you, but it's not something that you want to do. All right, so we'll take our blade. I've got a TriStar blade here, but it is programmed for a full-length blade, I assume. We're going to take our ring and put it over our blade. This one actually fits right over, but on a full-length one, you'd want to slide it up a little bit and let it sit there. On this one, I'm just going to put the blade in and lock it down, and then we'll slide that ring over it. Your kits come with Allen keys, so I'll make sure those stay in your boxes. Okay? You've got 2 blade retentions. I do suggest using both of them. All right, so you'll have one in the threads right there, and then 180 degrees, you'll have another one. All right, and then we'll come over here and slide this on and screw it right down. If you feel any of these threads not wanting to go, back up, do it again. You don't want to cross thread because these are tiny. All right. The blade lock up, holding down the aux and hitting the saber. Go to another sound font.
I will do what I must.
So you got good flash on clash there. We'll play a soundtrack. That's a long press on the power button and the saber's off. And then another long press to turn it off. Just like that. Alright, we'll go to one more.
Darth Vader.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So yeah, once this thing's together, it's very solid. Just like that. We'll take the blade out of this guy and we'll just jump right into the second one. We'll take the battery out of this one first, actually, because I need it for testing. We'll slide that ring up. You have your blade plugs, but they are metal, so before you use them, I just put a piece of felt on the inside so no metal touches those pins. Okay, shouldn't touch anyway, but that felt is just to be on the safe side. All right, so that'll slide right on. Again, we'll come over here and take the pummel off. Put this off to the side, unscrew this guy. From the positive side over here by the PCB, you should be able to pop it out with your finger. And we'll put that over here and grab your other one. So this is your other saber. Chassis is in here already. Unscrew this greebly again, which is your chassis retention. Pull this out. It's the exact same setup. So removable battery, Proffie, speaker, everything. All right.
I have the high ground.
And we'll come over here and do the same thing that we did on the other one. Line up the switches with the control box. Give that activation a quick sanity check if you want. And then come over here after you lock it down and screw your pummel on again. Tighten that all the way down. Power on this one. So again, LEDs are firing up. Auxiliary back here. Blade locked up. And we'll put a blade in this guy too. A few motions, but not too bad. All right, lock that down, pretty quick to do. Slide our ring over, and it should screw right on.
I will do what I must. Darth, I will do what I must.
Try to hit some fonts that we didn't hit with the first one.
Hello there. Obi-wan Kenobi.
Little soundtrack.
Master Qui-Gon.
Just like that. All right, and we'll go ahead and take the blade and battery out of this guy too. This blade hasn't been sanded at all. It was a little bit of a snug fit on it, so you might just want to watch out for that. If you have a blade, you can probably just do just a little bit of sanding to get it fit right. All right. And then we'll come over here with a pommel. And we'll take the chassis out and the battery out. Just like that. And again, from the positive side by the PCB, you can pop it out with your finger. And that's basically your 2 high grounds. So let me know if you got any questions. And if not, I'll package these up. All right. Thanks, man.